No, you should not be a streamer in 2022. Now, before you jump into any conclusions about what I just said, yes, you can be a streamer in 2022, but no, you should not be a streamer in 2022. I know that sounds confusing, so let's just get into the video. I'll explain what I'm talking about so you're not sitting here like,
man, EagleGarrett really just has no idea what he's talking about.
I'll explain it. It'll all make sense. I promise. Now, before we jump into the meat of this conversation, I do want to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Placeit.net. Placeit has thousands of mockups and templates for stream overlays, Twitch panels, logos, merch, YouTube end screens, animations, and so much more. Once you find the template you're looking for, you can customize colors, text, and other elements to make the perfect design creation. After that, download it and it's completely yours to use however you want with full commercial license. Instead of spending hundreds of dollars on design work, you can purchase a monthly or yearly subscription to Placeit and get unlimited downloads. Just use my 15% off discount link in the description below. So check out that link in the description of this video, but it's time to jump into this conversation. Like I said in the beginning of this video, no, you should not be a streamer in 2022. Now let me explain what that means. I am a streamer on Twitch, and I've been streaming on Twitch for almost 5 years now. And in that period of time, I have learned a lot about being a streamer. Streaming has taken on a whole new form and is really a lot harder than it used to be, even though it was tough when I started. It took me a long time to get, going and built up. I've gotten to the place now where I'm a partner streamer with Twitch and I am a full-time streamer, but it hasn't always been that way. And there are some steps that I took in that process and in that journey that were crucial in helping me get to those points. And so I'm going to share those with you today, guys, but also explain why you shouldn't be a streamer in 2022 and yet you can still stream. And I know it sounds weird, like I said, but the simple reason for this is because becoming a streamer is not enough anymore. Being just a streamer on Twitch or being just a streamer on YouTube or just a streamer on Facebook is not going to cut it in today's current content environment. Now, the reason for this, especially when we're talking about Twitch, which is where I stream, is because Twitch just doesn't have a lot of good discoverability right now. And even though they're taking steps to try to improve some of that little by little, they haven't done anything that is impactful enough to make Twitch a viable option for someone to jump into and really get going. Now, it does not mean that this is the truth across the board for everybody. Now, you're always going to have the exception to the rule, the outlier, or the person that kind of breaks the standard mold and it works for them. Somebody may start to stream on Twitch and they don't do anything anywhere else and they blow up, right? That can always happen. But there's a lot of intricacies when it comes to somebody finding success in streaming that a lot of us just don't have going for us. There's a lot of luck potentially involved and just kind of RNG as we call it, right? There's also networking that comes into play. A lot of people that are finding success today a lot quicker than most of us are also, connected with the right people. They have friends that have already found success on Twitch and they can kind of grow with them. They've got some level of exposure somehow. Maybe they had a following from somewhere else that they could bring over. But there's a lot of different things that go into play. If you are starting from scratch and you're becoming a Twitch streamer, it's just not as viable to do that alone. And I'm going to show you a graph that basically explains what I'm talking about so you can get a better visual representation for why growth on Twitch today is so much harder than it used to be back when I first started and even before that. So here we are on twitchtracker.com. This is a website that basically tracks all the statistics for Twitch for the last however many years. And so you can go back and see an overview. If you go over here to statistics or stats and you click on this and you go to overview, this is going to show you an overview for Twitch since I think around 2013. So we're going to scroll down a little bit and they have this thing called viewers to streamers and it's a ratio chart basically, right? Viewers to streamers. And so you can see back in like 2000, actually it was 2012, September 2012, Twitch had a ratio, you see that ratio right there of 39.2. That means that for every one streamer that was on Twitch, on average, there were 39.2 viewers. Now this took every streamer, they averaged them out, but there was about 39.2 viewers per streamer on Twitch. And so this is actually pretty good, especially by today's standards. And as you see, as Twitch kind of grew in popularity, it got up into almost the 50 area, 49.8 in November of 2012. So you had a good opportunity to grow a following and a base of viewers fairly quickly just by streaming, because there were a lot less streamers at this point than there were viewers. If you look, there were about 2,206 streamers and 109,000 average viewers in November of 2012. That is a pretty good ratio. You know what I'm saying? 2,200 streamers, you're competing with 2,000 other people as far as, viewership, trying to get more viewership on your channel. And you were kind of in a small pool of people actually creating content on Twitch. But as you can see, and you see these two lines down here at the bottom, this shows a growing number of viewers and streamers, and it shows up here at the top the ratio of viewers to streamers. And as you can see, these lines continually get closer and closer and closer until right here in 2018, the end of 2018, this line finally crossed, and now there were actually the ratio is going below the number of streamers and viewers on Twitch. And this has continued on until you hit right here in January 2020, when really we started fully getting into the whole pandemic situation and that sort of thing. And it crossed, and boom, you have this explosion of people that are at home, they're out of work, out of school, and they're looking for something to do, or maybe they have now the time to invest in something they've always been interested in, like streaming. And there's a massive influx, right? And that ratio continues to drop. Now, it has been slightly on the rise again as people have started to go back to work and school and things like that. But you can see there's a huge gap here. And so that ratio is now down into the 20s. And this is across the board on average, which means it is so much harder. It is so much harder to, get any type of attention on Twitch, get viewership, things like that. Because now you're competing with an average at any given time of over 100,000 other people that are streaming at any given point on Twitch, right? 100,000 people streaming, and there's about 3 million people viewer-wise. So this ratio has gone down, it is adjusted, and you can see that it's just not as easy to get viewership, right? It's just not as easy to get viewership because your competition has skyrocketed. And even though there are more viewers, there's a lot more streamers. So I'm showing you guys this chart to explain that being a streamer now, you can't just go live on Twitch and people will find you because you're only one of 2,000. Now you're one of 100,000. And actually it's more than that, because just because you're live at a given time and there's 100,000 other people live doesn't mean that you're only competing with 100,000 people, because there are actually millions of streamers every month. We're just talking on any current period of time right now. But when you're streaming, there's 100,000 other people you're competing with. But in a given month, as far as community growth goes, you're actually competing with more than, right down here, if we scroll down to Twitch growth, monthly broadcasters, 2021, 8.68 million. Right? 8.68 million. Just because there are an average of 106,000 concurrent channels live, meaning that there are 106,000 people live at any given time that you're streaming, there are over 8.5 million people, right, per month that actually stream on Twitch. And now we're just looking at Twitch right here. I'm not even talking about YouTube or Facebook or any of those platforms, because Twitch is one of the main and the biggest streaming platforms there is. But 8.68 million people per month that you are basically trying to build a community amongst, right? These are all the different community representations on Twitch, people that go live every month. And this has continued. Look, you can see this has continued to grow. Back in 2012, 300,000 total people per month went live, and 2,000 at any given time. So you really had a great chance for people to find you back then. Now, every month, you're just one of almost 9 million, right? And so it's going to be so much harder to grow. And we've got to get this into our mind. We've got to understand this, because it's not enough to be a streamer anymore. You should not be a streamer in 2022. You've got to start changing your opinion and your outlook when it comes to streaming. You can't just be a streamer. You have to be something different. Being different means you're not a streamer, but you should start looking at yourself as a content creator. A content creator is somebody who is not bound by just one type of content, but rather creates content on multiple platforms, right? If you're a streamer, that alludes to the fact that you basically create content on only Twitch, right? And this is not always true, because most streamers are actually content creators. They create content on Twitter or TikTok or YouTube or these other places. But you've got to get out of the mindset of I want to be a streamer, because a lot of people go into streaming thinking, I just want to stream. I don't want to edit videos. I don't want to create content other places. I want to get on. I want to go live. I want to talk to people. I want to end the stream. And I don't want to think about streaming until the next time I'm getting ready to go live. That is not enough. You can't get by with that anymore. Back in the day, people could do that and it worked, but it doesn't work in 2022. And it actually hasn't been working for a couple of years now, right? This is something that's continually a problem, and we've got to adjust the mindset of everybody who wants to stream into saying, okay, I'm not going to become a streamer to become a streamer. I'm going to become a streamer as part of my content creator journey. Okay. So basically you have to give yourself the opportunity to create content on multiple platforms. And if you want to be a streamer, that can be your main thing, but you have to look at it as basically the end all be all spot that everything else that you're doing is going to funnel into. So let me give you a little bit of a picture of what this looks like. Instead of being just a streamer where you go live on, let's say, Twitch every day, 4 or 5 times a week, right? And you're trying to do it full time, or maybe you're just doing it part time as a hobby. Instead of doing that on Twitch and spending all your time on Twitch, give yourself a schedule every week where you can go live at specific times on Twitch, but have other times available during the week to create content on YouTube. And actually I have a rule which I'm trying to figure out a good title for, but we're just going to call it the triple play for right now. The triple play is you pick 3 places that you want to create content and you focus on those 3 places. Now, if you can create content on more than 3 different platforms, absolutely do it. But if you can have at least 3 platforms that you're active in creating content on, this is going to give you the best chance for growth as a content creator. And ultimately, if your heart is really for being a streamer, this is the best chance you're going to have for being successful at streaming. So for instance, let's say that you're always on Twitter, even outside of content creation, you're just always on Twitter. It's your favorite platform, or maybe it's TikTok, or maybe it's, Facebook, or whatever it is for you. On top of that, you need to include YouTube, and then of course your streaming platform, let's say Twitch. Okay, so now you have the triple play. You've got 3 places that you're going to create content, one being a social media platform that is a more direct, informal place that you can give updates and people can kind of keep up with what's going on in your life. The other 2 places are what we're going to consider to be more formal primary content outlets. Okay, so YouTube and Twitch in this example. YouTube is going to be your long-term discoverable content. Twitch is going to be your then and now live interaction content. What this means is that you're going to have an ecosystem all working together where people can keep up with you when you're not live, right? On Twitter. They can keep up with you when you are live via Twitch, and they can find your content at any point in time, no matter what time of day or night it is, on YouTube. Now, if you do this the right way, you can actually farm content out of your Twitch live streams by making very planned and scheduled things within your stream. Let's say you want to cover a certain topic, you want to talk about something, you want to show something in a game. You're going to record that segment out of your Twitch stream, and you're going to do it with the idea that you are then going to turn that into a YouTube video later. There's different ways you can do this. You can actually go ahead and do the entire YouTube video live in front of your audience, or you can just start giving them the information and make it more of a natural part of your stream. Take that portion, make sure you record it while you're doing it, or download the highlight later, and then you're going to do an intro and outro that's a little bit more formal that you put at the beginning and the end of that video for YouTube. Once you get that edited up, you're going to put that on YouTube, and you're going to direct people in that video back to your Twitch stream. Okay, so you're farming content out of your Twitch stream, you're putting it onto YouTube, and then you're farming content from your YouTube and the viewers on your YouTube and sending them back over to Twitch so they can interact with you. In the meantime, you're also mentioning that third social media option, whether it be Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, where people can go and kind of keep up with you and your life and your opinions and things like that when you're not actually live or in a video. This triple play, as we call it, is going to be the best possible scenario for you in 2022 to grow as a content creator. It's not enough, like I said, to be just a Twitch streamer anymore, but you can still be a Twitch streamer as long as you are not just that. You've got to be a content creator. If we can all get ourselves in the mindset of being a content creator, it's really going to change the game, guys. I'm telling you right now, because it wasn't until I started implementing these things in my own stream that I started to see real, genuine, tangible growth to the point where I could actually become partnered with Twitch and make it a full-time career, right? And now I do content creation, not just streaming, but content creation full-time. I make these videos here on YouTube. We work with sponsors. We do live streams on Twitch. I am on Twitter all the time. Still need to work on TikTok and Instagram, but at least I've got my 3 main places. And then on top of that, we've got a thriving Discord community, which I will tell you, Discord is probably the kind of secret fourth, right? You got your triple play, and then you need to have a Discord on there, because Discord is going to be the hub of your community no matter what they're watching, right? That's where everybody from everywhere can go hang out, and you can communicate directly with your audience from all of those places combined. So add a Discord in there. We've got plenty of videos on Discord. I'll pop a playlist at the top of this video to check out. But guys, you're gonna have to start getting into the content creator mentality and outside of the streamer mentality, right? This is a big, big, big shift, because once people start making this shift, now you're setting yourself up for success, or at least the best chance at success. Now, like I said, there's always the exception to the rules. So if you don't do any of this and you do it your own way and you're like, I'm only going to stream, and you blow up and you get 10,000 viewers a stream, good for you. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. But for the majority of people, that's not going to be the case. And although it's fun to think, hey, I'm going to be that 1 in a million outlier, the reality is, it usually is not the case for most of us. We've got to start being more strategic. So, content creator in 2022, not just a streamer, but you do need to incorporate streams into your content, because that is going to be a massive, massive, massive thing, especially moving into the future. People want to come and interact with their favorite creators. So, your live stream is the best place to do that. Guys, I hope this talk has been helpful for you in just kind of readjusting the way that we look at content creation and streaming in general. As a streamer on Twitch, I've realized that I can't just be focused on Twitch and continue to find growth when the competition is just on another level. But also, it's really fun once you start building communities on a bunch of different platforms, because people start to get to know one another, and you also get to grow all the platforms at the same time. So it really, you know, kind of diversifies your content. If something happens with one of your accounts, it's not your whole entire lifeblood. You know, people put everything into just Twitch streaming, and if you get banned on Twitch for some reason, which you shouldn't, but if you do, what are you going to do? You don't have an audience anywhere else. So it's actually a better play anyway to diversify your content and have multiple places that you are creating content. I hope this has been helpful, guys. Like I said, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button for me and let me know. And also, of course, to get it out to more people, to help kind of start that process of adjusting people's opinions and thoughts about being a content creator versus just a streamer. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to know when these things go live. In addition to that, you can find me, like I said, on Twitch at twitch.tv/EagleGarrett. We would love to have you over there anytime. And of course, in our Discord at discord.gg/flock, we've got an awesome growing community over there, and we would love to have you be a part. In addition to that, you can find me on all the socials. Although, like I said, Twitter's the main one. So if you really want to contact me or talk with me, tweet at me or something like that, because I'm pretty bad about TikTok and Instagram. I got to get better though. But you can find all of this linked down in the description of this video. Guys, until the next video, rock on. Peace out. God bless. Thank you so much for watching. And last but not least, what you are crafting, what level you're crafting at. So like if you're trying to craft 10, if you're trying to craft 10 light meals, you might actually get 12 or 13 or something like that. You're welcome. No problem. I made those the other day, and I was like, you know what? Miss Eagle needs these. Hey, did you guys see somebody just disappear from right here? The world?